Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ebony from Becoming Bianca. I have to admit this is going to be a bit of a toned down update. I got the welcome back to school cold that my kids brought home. I'm number 3 in line. First the youngest got it, gave it to the oldest. Now I have it. My husband's been trying to fight it off. Ugh. But for some reason I got up and did my makeup and did a little something to my hair, put on something halfway decent, ran some errands, and I figured now would be a good time to do this video before I get back in the bed. So, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ebony. My channel is called Becoming Bianca because that's my middle name. I'm on a glow up journey that started almost a year ago. I haven't really talked about that so much because I started this channel to document my weight loss adventure. I've been doing the compound version of tirzepatide that I get from a compounding pharmacy. It's been working out really well. So on May 13th, I started the medication at 204.6 and I have lost 30 pounds, just over 30 pounds since May 13th of this year. So this is my week 18 update, y'all. I thought it'd be fireworks and sparks flying, because this is the 4-month mark exactly since I started on this whole road, since I started going down this road. And I don't regret it one bit. There have been pretty much no deviations, unlike most of my weight loss attempts. So I'm so happy that I've had access to this. I'm so happy someone told me, hey, just try it. You can always stop, because it has literally changed my life. I'm never going back to the 200s or the 190s or the 180s, because guess where I'm at now? 174. Okay. All right. So I actually wanted to go through week by week weight loss in this video. So I am going to be, after I'm done talking here, I'll do a screenshot with a voiceover going week by week for us data nerds that like to geek out on how things are rolling every single week. And I think it'd be really good too, because it's so easy to just weigh yourself or be scared of the scale. Or if someone's talking about their weight loss journey, they just say, hey, I started at this weight and this is my current weight. But it's not very often somebody has kept track week by week of what's happened to them, which could be really helpful, because that scale can make or break your day sometimes if you haven't, done the work of trying to get over that. Thankfully, I feel like I finally am, because I've reached a point where it's just data. It's one of the data points that I track that helps me figure stuff out. If I'm, up because of inflammation, I ate something that I'm allergic to. Like right now, my right knee kind of is throbbing, but I also had pancakes today, which, I was on a wheat-free streak. I did good for 14 days. Then I had this Mexican tres leches cake on Sunday. And then the pancakes I made for the kids this morning turned out, oh my goodness, they turned out so good. Like melt in your mouth fluffy from scratch. So I said, I'm just going to have me some 2 pancakes and butter and syrup. So the old me would have went hard in the paint. Would have did a Denny's home run slam stack of pancakes till I was, about ready to take a nap after breakfast. But even though I wasn't supposed to have wheat today, I still feel like it's a win, because I had 2 pancakes. I had 2 pancakes with some butter and some syrup, and that was it. I had a breakfast. I did my workout, so I had some fuel. Yes, I might have a bit of an eczema flare up today. And I broke my streak for being wheat free per doctor's orders to get my thyroid antibodies down. But I'm trying to put a little spin on it, because I tend to be all or nothing, throw in the towel after one slip up, but I'm not doing that this time. Okay. Yes, I broke the streak, but all in all, I'm still headed in the right direction. Also too, because I did the math. Doctor said 90 days, no wheat. But listen, if I do 2 days where I had wheat out of 90, we're still looking at like a 98% of the time I didn't have wheat. So try that. If there's something you are trying to stay away from, or a streak that you're trying to keep and you break it, it ain't over just because you missed 1 time or even 2 times. Let's say you're trying to do it for 30 days. Even if you do it for 20 out of the 30 days, that's almost 70% of the time. That's probably like, 66% of the time. Let's say you do it 25 out of the 30 days, because a lot of us, if we miss 5 days, we'd be like, oh my gosh, got to start all over. You're not starting all over. 25 out of 30 is still a good percentage. So I hope that little tidbit helps people, because that was kind of a light bulb moment for me the other day when I was thinking, why do I feel so bad that I broke my streak? If I do this one time out of a 90-day streak, that is a 98.9% success rate. Think about it that way. So anyways, I digress. Let's get right to the point, which is week 18, 4-month mark on compound tirzepatide. All right. I had a low for week 18. That would have been September 9th through the 15th. I had a low of 174.0, which is down 1.7 pounds from week 17. And the low for week 17, obviously was 175.7. So last week, again, 174.0, down 1.7 pounds. And that's something to be proud of. When I see it with my eyeballs on paper or in my app, I'm like, okay, I'm still going in the right direction, because it feels like I have been 174, 175 for like a month. It feels that way, but our feelings don't dictate facts. So that's why I'm telling you, you need, if not happy scale, put it in a spreadsheet, get a notepad where you're weighing yourself every day, weigh for 7 days straight. Let's say you just try it for a week. Now, this is not for people who've it's really sent them spiraling for the scale. This is just if you feel like you can handle it. Weigh every day for a week. Just put the numbers in. Don't even think about the numbers. Don't give the numbers any meaning. Then at the 7th day, you're going to go back and you're going to circle the lowest number. Okay? So all those ups and downs before and after that do not matter. You're going to circle the lowest number. And chances are it's probably a lot lower than when you started. And then if you do it the second week, do it again. And then look at those two numbers that you circled. And that second number you circled for that second week should be lower than the week before. And that's a workaround if you don't like downloading any more apps, or maybe don't have a smartphone or anything like that. So I think it's a really good strategy, honestly, because you're going to measure your weight. You're going to be looking at your food. I'm sure you're documenting your food. Maybe it's easier to get in and out of bed, easier to get in and out of the car, upstairs, downstairs. Maybe your walks are getting a little bit easier or faster, whatever it is that you're doing, because that's all part of the big picture. The scale is only one small piece. I almost said piece of the pie, but that's probably a bad analogy. All right, so that's week 18 update. I have been doing this for 4 months. I probably have a good 2 months. No, probably more than that, honestly. Probably 3 more months of solid, actively in a deficit, quote unquote, dieting in the losing phase. And then I'll move to the maintenance phase. So I'm hoping I'll reach my goal weight by the end of this year. It just works well for my brain. It's very satisfying to be done at some point, like between now and December. And then looking towards January is when I'll be ready to implement a maintenance program. I don't know in detail what that's going to look like, but I do foresee myself eating at maintenance, which hopefully is like 1,800 calories, hopefully more, maybe closer to 2,000 if I'm working out consistently. And then taking the medication, I'm thinking like twice a month, or a lower dose once a week. I could see that easily being maybe just 2.5 milligrams once a week, or 5 milligrams every other week. Right now I'm still on 5 milligrams per week, which, okay, I let it slip too soon. So my last video, I told you I went up to 7.5. Y'all, that lasted 2 weeks. That lasted 2 injections. Let me tell you, I had more symptoms, did not have more weight loss. So higher dose does not equal more weight loss. Okay, at least not in my case. It did not. So I went back down to 5 and I felt a lot better. I don't know why I was so hungry, but not losing, and more symptomatic. It just didn't feel good. It did not feel good. I didn't like it. So I did those 2 weeks, 7.5, and then went right back to 5 milligrams on the 3rd week, which would have been not this past Friday, I think, but the Friday before that. All right. So, hey. You going to be on my YouTube channel?
No, I make edits.
You got to wait till I'm done with my video.
Okay.
Maybe you can go do a chore first.
Bruh. I'm
I'm mom, not bruh.
Okay, Mom.
Shut my door. Alrighty, so that's the recap. Stay tuned for the week by week if you want to hear that. Basically, I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so good, y'all. The amount of energy that I have compared to the past 10 years of my life is unmatched. Uh, Almost doesn't even, I barely believe it. I barely recognize myself, but it's so funny because it was around this time last year that I was so sick of myself spiritually, physically, emotionally. And I didn't know what my glow up was going to look like. I didn't really know where to start. So I just picked one thing and kept trying and kept trying and kept trying, which brings me to May of this year, which thank goodness this was suggested to me. I'm so grateful for that because it's so funny. I found an old email from early 2023. I had asked the same med spa that I started out with about this medication, but I do not see a reply from them. I don't know what, I don't even recall sending that to them. I do not remember wondering about weight loss injections in early 2023. So it's just interesting how life can pass you by if you do not pay attention. Time flies. It don't wait on nobody. So by the same token though, it's never too late. I'm so glad I started. I'm so glad I no more suffering unnecessarily. I'm over it. I'm so over it. And look, a year has gone by. It was September, October last year where I was like, no, I'm not waiting until January 1 for some resolution because of the new year that makes me want to like go to the gym and do this and do that. It's like banging your head against the wall. I've done the same thing year in, year out, and I'm getting the same results. Therefore, I need to change something. Saying I'm going to do this, saying I'm going to do that. It don't work. It didn't work for me. And I guess I didn't realize how much of my weight loss struggles were not my fault. I feel like I've had so much success with this GLP-1 medication because at first I heard the terms like GLP-1 deficiency, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But I didn't know enough to really even have an opinion about it. I'm a believer, though, that I've had so much success with it because I probably was GLP-1 deficient. I just feel like how I pictured it would be for people who had control around food. Now I feel like how I imagined it would be. And it's such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling to enjoy food, but to a limit, to a point where it's reasonable, it's sustainable. I don't know. Like I said, I need to expand my vocabulary this year, okay? So anyway, that's all. Like I said, I thought it'd be like fireworks and sparks going off, right? Because I'm only 10, 15 pounds away from my goal. I'm 174, 175 right now because this week I'm up a little bit higher for whatever reason. And really to think that in 10 or 15 pounds, I'm good and I can move to maintenance and I can move on with my life. I mean, it's really hard to comprehend. It really, really is hard to comprehend. So anyway, enough yapping about that. YouTube is fun, okay? YouTube is kind of fun. I'm feeling like I want to document this whole glow up of mine. I've been working on my skin. I've been working on, I don't know, trying to find like just a real basic makeup routine. But I knew that regardless of the makeup I buy, I needed a healthy palette, which is the face, the skin. So I'm so proud of myself. You guys, I've been following a skincare routine like when I wake up and before I go to bed without fail for like a month. Like it just comes second nature. I'd be half asleep doing it in the morning or tired, dragging, doing it at night because it's no longer a decision. It's just autopilot for the most part. It was last year. I was really interested in learning about Korean skincare, and a girlfriend of mine told me who was actually living in Korea. She says it's not so much the product, it's the fact that they're consistent. They meaning the Korean people, these Korean women that just like gorgeous skin. And I thought, could it be? I didn't believe her. I gotta admit, I didn't believe her a little bit. I was like, no, there's gotta be like something magical about the skincare. No, it's the consistency. And isn't that the key to all the other success that you have in life? It's the consistency, not a magic tool. Well, I mean, except for tirzepatide, okay. But yeah, consistency is going to get you a lot further than waiting on the next shiny object. So that's my little TED talk. Anyway, I got to go now because I do not feel good. And it's supposed to be an update in 10 minutes or less. But I did want to touch on those topics of skincare and makeup. Okay, Fenty, the Fenty Blur Stick. That's all I have on. And I only put it like right here and here and a little bit around here because that's dark. And then I have lipstick. I did my eyebrows and some mascara. That's it. That's it. And also hair too. Like I had those locks. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this now though. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that on a regular basis, but at least for skincare and makeup, I think that makes a huge difference in someone's appearance. Clothes, I'm gonna need all new clothes. I'm down to maybe 2 pairs of jeans and a couple shirts. I need a coat. I need shoes. Shoes, you guys. My shoes are too big now. I lost weight in my feet. So yeah, this was oversized to begin with, but it's really oversized at this point. Okay, enough of that. Y'all take care. Thanks for coming. Tune in next week for a week 19 update.